so I was just about to think that I was going to have some peace and quiet here in the thing to make the little video, but of course immediately we have this thing called a bobcat, basically taking all the wood chip where they've demolished probably a number of trees, I would think, yesterday, and then they use that to put all over the ground. In fact, they're putting it over Simba's grave down there, so I suppose that's something. But I'm turning my back. How he would just stand there looking at me. This is very intimidating because he just come when I turned the video on. I thought I'd had it on my own. Of course they leave the truck here in front of me as if to say, we know that you are going to come here and film the tombstones or the rocks. Now I did make another video, but I didn't put it out because I thought I bungled it up. But see these rocks here? I'm just getting see, I can't even concentrate to do the video, even just to, because, when they're watching you like that. But at any rate, these rocks, which are now starting to crumble because they're actually tombstones, because they're rocks, and so he's just going to stand there with the truck, making a noise so that I can't make the video. And there's one truck left here, see, too. See, they're just ridiculous. That's putting it nicely. But anyway, what I am going to say is that, see, these rocks have been here for a year and I can't concentrate, they're beeping that thing. These rocks have been here for a year and a half, okay, or more. I can't remember exactly when they were dumped here, and I don't even know where they come from. But they're the same as the tombstones that make up the fence. Excuse me for getting loud, but I'm trying to go over the noise of that truck and the beeping. Oh, see, they're putting the wood chip into the truck. They just did that as soon as I come here because they knew I was going to film these tombstones. Coincidence or matrix? I don't have to ask that question, but maybe to those that are a bit in doubt or something. Why do they have to beep the thing while they're doing this? But at any rate, these tombstones were dumped here, and I've got to be quick here because I'm getting stressed. A year and a half ago or more now, and they were all here, but just over the last 2 weeks, I'd say, probably, because I don't come through here every day in the daytime to see, and of a night I tend to go around the back way. But they put a fence around these stones over the last week or two, okay? 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks I'd say, because they were here for a year and a half or more, just lying loose here, and I wondered why they didn't get rid of them, as I said, and why they were here. So they interested me. But, and they used to have some of them further out, but now they've put this wire fence completely all around them, as you can see. Can you see it? And I said before, there's originally, see, some of these they've took some of them away from here in the front in these first couple of piles, and as you can see, they've made a mess of it. But originally they were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 piles. And I thought that was significant, but I didn't know what to make of it, and I still don't. Maybe someone else might make 8 groups, shall we say, of stones, tombstones, representing. Someone beeped their horn when I said that. Someone beeped their horn when I said that. Goodbye. He's still going over there. But what they've done today, even since I looked here a week, or I'm not sure when I filmed the video, but I didn't put it out because I thought I was too muddled up, because like now, they do get you. That little dogs. Little doggies, little doggies. There is someone sunbaking up there. I cannot believe that in this park. I told you that's never happened, but look, we've got someone up there in a swimming costume sunbaking in this park. That has never happened in the 30 years that I have lived here and walked through this park every day almost, because I have to, because my street is just right there in front. That's Henry Street right in front. I live at number 3, 34 to 36. Well, it's 34 to 36, but I'm number 3 in the little block of flats or units or townhouses or whatever that you want to call them. See, it's just there, right in front, just through that little bit of bush. You just go on this path and that's the entrance, and you walk over there. But these, I better hurry there. These tombstones, they're really tombstones, you see, but now they've put a cage around them, you see, as if to say these stones are behind this enclosure, which actually is quite high, considering that they're not really going anywhere, are they? Because they're rocks. But see, they've put this mesh fence around them now, see? Because you see, it represents something. Am I getting this in? I'm trying to get better at the filming. I'm sorry about when I filmed the Italian Forum yesterday, that I noticed when I checked the video that I should have kept the camera still. But see, I get nervous with so many people around. Otherwise, I could just do it like this. I could just concentrate and say, look, focus. But it's hard to focus when you see things around you. So when you have people at the back of you, trucks at the back of you, vehicles at the back of you, machinery at the back of you, and even, so you can't. But you see, that's what I'm saying. You should be able in a normal world to just keep the camera still like that and show that that's a fence and that there are these rocks, which were originally tombstones. This was originally a park. So he's just going to stand there looking at me. That's intimidation, instead of doing his work even, because he stopped the thing and not doing anything. Because, they don't want you to do anything. They don't want a human being to live their life at all. Much less making videos that are talking about the Matrix, I suppose. But then again, if they weren't intimidating me, I wouldn't be standing here wasting my time making videos about a fake controlled world. Because I wouldn't care. But as I am in this fake world that is controlling me, so that I can't live, I've got nothing else to do but to make the odd video about it. The sun's up there. See, I try to show Sean, look. See, look, I am filming. Good. Trying to ignore that noise. Because I've got blue tack in my ears, but I can still hear that machinery. See? And that beeping of that vehicle. I don't know if that comes out on the mobile. Probably not, because my voice comes out because my voice comes out because it's only a few inches away from the mobile. But all the other sounds, my ears pick them up. Even with blue tack stuck in them, I can hear that. So I can't concentrate to make a decent video that shows. See, these are all these big trees. You're sidetracking me with all these weird noises around. Well, that's actually a dog barking. I can't even make it out because I can hear it. But, anyway, but see, I could have made this video in 5 minutes, but because of all this hassle around me, I can't concentrate. But at any rate, I'm heading out, and I'm already stressed when I'm only just hit the park, which is just at the end of my dead-end street. You know. Okay. So they put this great big, they put this wire fence around all these tombstones. Around all these tombstones that are in 8 separate piles originally, but they keep putting some further out. But you'll notice how there's none outside this mesh fence now, so they're all enclosed in, you see. Okay, is this making sense? I'm going to try to keep the camera still instead of moving it fast, because I move fast because they are hassling me around me. The same as when I was in the forum, whereas I could have filmed that and showed you the actual, well, of course they had the fences around there, you see, the same as here, fences around the whole thing. But yeah, let's be obvious. So that's 2 trucks that have now went out in front of me inside a park. This is inside the park. They shouldn't even be coming in through there. Can you see what they're doing? And they wreck all the grass when they do it too, but they don't care. They never used to do all this sort of stuff. See, they don't mind coming right up in front of me in the park, and this one going here. Is this showing anything to anyone? See that yellow going through there? He's come right in front of me. Now he's gone away. Well, at least they've gone away now. Will they come back? They might. But, you know, they are only here to make their presence felt. And see how they've left the great big one right in front of me, right next to the tombstone, so that I'm aware of them? See that? So they've got 3 trucks inside a park where normally this is grass, that you wouldn't see any trucks or anything come in here. And I think they have probably got rid of quite a few trees by the amount of wood chip that I'm looking at. Huge piles I can see in the distance there. And this is supposed to, Leichhardt is supposed to be a green area where everyone objects to getting rid of trees. It is just a fake joke reality full of Pinocchios. That's right, you come back and put your barricades around ridiculous things. Just put more barricades. How ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, I better get going. I'm supposed to be getting down to get that coffee. I've got to meet Patrick, and I don't like to keep him waiting. Usually he keeps me waiting, but look, let me try and concentrate here. See, these are the tombstones that go, that this whole park is built.
How you going?
Hello.
Anything you're videoing?
What's that?
Anything in particular you're videoing?
Just that these stones here.
Yeah.
They're tombstones, aren't they?
No.
What are they?
No, these are sandstones from another park.
Oh.
The tombstones are the ones on the outside of the park.
That's right, I knew
Yeah,
that
not
because I was
ones.
told that. Ah. So
These
what did
here-
they, so
these
these
here
come
they're
from
gonna do-
somewhere else, do they?
They're going to do another set of toilets from the toilets there to the playground.
What are they going to
They're going to do
do?
another set of toilets with the sandstone.
Are they going to build toilets
Toilets,
out
yes.
of these
Yes.
sandstone?
Yes.
That's very unusual. How come they're putting another lot of toilets in? I mean, I'm not
Safety.
complaining.
For
It's
safety.
for safety.
So if any of the mothers have got to do the kids, they can see them rather than have to walk over here.
Oh, it's not very far though, is it? I mean,
Well,
the playground's
toilets are basically going to be there, so if the mothers will be able to see the kids
Oh, okay.
rather than them going around a corner and they can't be seen.
Oh, well, of course, safety first. Oh, that's
Correct.
very well. I'm not going to complain about more
No, no, no.
amenities.
Look, only because of COVID stopped, because I was supposed to do this last year.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, no, that's what I was told.
Yeah, them terms. I keep calling
No,
because
no,
they look the same,
no.
don't they, as the thing?
All the headstones are around around the park, but no, they're off another park.
Yeah, isn't that funny that
Yeah.
this place is built of headstones? I didn't know that. I've lived here for 30 years, and
Well,
my
we're
son
talking-
told me a year
we're-
or two ago.
We're talking the
No, he told me when he lived here,
yeah,
which
but
is
we're
like
talking the cemetery was here. Who knows how?
yes. Thank you for that.
All right.
That's good. Okay. Well, okay, so, okay, well, they're going to build a toilet. A toilet block. So they've got the toilet block just there. And they're going to put one just here in the park, right next to the playground there. Because the mothers can't walk from there to there. That is really strange. But anyway, I'm totally bamboozled now. But either way, get confronted by people, but that was information. But it doesn't make any difference. They've brought these rocks and they've been here, even he said, yes, they've been here for a long time now, Sydney. But most of them have been pulled out too. I've seen them all pulled out. Look, how could you build a toilet block from there? Oh, I don't. This is weird. But either way, I was going to say that, they put the thing around it finally after about a year and a half. As you can see now, I must film it slowly because I can't, because I've got Well, you heard him, he knew that it was a cemetery and they put all the tombstones, all the fence around this entire park is made of the tombstones, which look very similar to these. They look exactly like these, to be honest, they do. So it's, in fact, I knew that these couldn't be from the park because, it's just a brick wall. They had to have been brought from somewhere else, yes. But because they look the same, I assumed they were tombstones. But I don't know, but that's what anyway, you heard him mention. But either way, just interesting. I'll just show you. See, they've put a great big thing around it and closed them all in because I'm looking for synchronicity, so that what they do with all these things and what the matrix reality is not that relevant to my little conversations here, shall we say, See, but either way, you can see that they're all enclosed in, and they used to have some that, see, they've actually lost quite a few of those because they've pulled some of them off and they're out the front. Now, I'm not going to count them because I got nervous, but look what they have done. They've put one right out here on its own. See? That's new. They've only put that there over the last week because the last time I was in here, which was probably a week or a week and a half ago, might even be less than that actually. I'd have to check the date on the video that I didn't put out. They've put one here separate, right away from the rest, and they're all enclosed in. This one is separated. See, it's a great big one too, from all the rest. Synchronicity, I'm not going to even say what I think. But certainly the, I was going to mention the broken branches, and it is on another video which is still on this mobile, which I haven't put out, but only a short one. Because I know that I get it all muddled, and I prefer to make longer videos where there's a bit of sense to them, but sometimes I'm just am I gonna show you the fella up here sunbaking? Oh, I can't believe he's sunbaking. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't sunbake in a park, but I just see people never sat on the park. But that's a point too, see, they're going to build another. That's because this park now, in recent times, see people there, sunbaker over there, fella sitting on the grass up there. That is because this park now, because of a human being that lives down Henry Street, and no doubt maybe some others, but I don't know. See, they have to converge all in the park. See, all this astronomical amount of people. Leichhardt has 14,000 people, supposedly. But if I look around on a daily basis how it was even a few years ago, the amount of people I see just in even just this park and just down Norton Street, just where I go, is far too many people for what's essentially just a small football stadium, small football stadium. But I'm folding up. But I might. Oh, it's see, you know, why was it that they used to have an old playground over here, and no one even used to use it? Now they've got this little one, and they're building more because, yeah, the birds are chirping because they have sent all these people to converge on Leichhardt, and in the spots where I go, because I only go to a few spots usually. But it wouldn't matter where I went because they got cars and everything everywhere. And yes, Sean, you're right about those units in the Italian Forum. When me and Patrick sit there, or have sat there over the last few years, doesn't matter day or night, people come out onto the balconies and they put their lights on overnight and come out, all this sort of stuff that you never saw. And I know because I've went to these places for years, having lived around here for so long. So you notice the difference. You know. But anyway, I can't actually explain it. But of course, that's right. All those units are filled with people, whether they actually live there or come there. Some of them probably are residents, but yeah, I'm just looking at the trees here. I think see that's what I say about this park. This park has huge trees everywhere, but they will try to eliminate a lot of this sort of stuff. They will. They do that. They keep a few parks so that people think it's a green area. But even in the parks, you see, they're I don't know. Someone's left their pram over there. But anyway, the amount of pram pushers and dog walkers. If this was a true reality, with the amount of prams and people pushing prams that I see, because if I walk down Norton Street right now, even in this park, like there's one over there, it's not going to come out, and there's one behind me with a pram. And if I go down Norton Street, the population would have to be about 100,000 or maybe more. I don't understand mathematics or numbers much, so I'm only throwing it out there. But it would have to be astronomically little doggies. It all looks so natural and so real. It's not, none of it. But if you allowed for the fact that you see, really large numbers of pram pushers on the street, the population would have to be much, much more than the 14,000. Even I know that. And you didn't see all these people pushing prams. Most, it's not in a small area. You don't get that amount of people reproducing and pushing prams. Not in a real world. And certainly not in an artificial technical. Oh, there's another. Look, I can't believe this. Look at this. Better be careful though, because I'm just going to show you. God, I can't believe this. He's sunning himself, and he's got something there reflecting the sun to get sun on him. I better not go too close. But there's another one over there sunning themselves. They've got no clothes on. I better go. There's another one over here. I don't even know where I'm walking to. I'll have to turn it off and get down the road. I'm exhausted before I start out even. If I didn't dislike this reality so much, I force myself to go out every day. But hey, it's not much fun being inside anyway when you've got them pulling a house down next door. And Matrix people are always outside, whether they're coming home and revving up their cars. And, look, this fella here is sunbaking. They're down to swimming costume in this park. That's never heard of. So that makes them, I don't know. It's just that it's something that they don't do. But still, I better go away. Actually, they rather like it, I think, if you focus on it, but I can't believe this. Mind you, it's quite possible that the beaches, they do have restrictions on the beaches and things, probably at the moment, but it's not summertime yet anyway, so most people, only the really die-hard surfies would, go to the surf in the winter time, and we're just into spring now. It's 1st of September is spring, so I'll see what I meant about the number of pram pushers. So there's ibises over there. I've lost my total train of thought. At least there's no exercise people up here today. But I think, they've already consumed energy when I just wanted to film those rocks. To show, because I've mentioned how I thought there should be some synchronicity with the rocks. But instead, I better be watching where I'm walking around here too, because they have indentations in the pavement to get you. See, I'm too frightened to go down to the other park now to take the coffee down. Like, if it was a day like this, like where it's the middle of the day, normally go and get the coffee. He's got a coffee anyway. But, normally go and get the coffee at, and take it down the park that's just around the corner from the 7-Eleven, just around that corner. You go down the street and there's a nice park there where they got, the park is nice, but there again, that was a park that used to always be vacant apart from a few people that walk their dogs in the early morning. I know that too, from years ago when I used to see it. Now you cannot go in there without people being on almost every seat, particularly if you want the seat. It's just... I'm rambling here too much. Okay. See, it looks like a good community in Leichhardt when they're even building extra amenities right next to a playground, when the toilet block is just, it's 200, it's just the playground is there, and the toilet block is there, is just, it's so close to it, it's not funny really. That's just so they can have all these swarms of people and little ones in that park when I come past, because this, but it makes it look good, as though they're doing stuff. But it's funny because most of the parks don't even have toilets, so they put extra ones here. Two lots of toilets in one park. I just thought that was funny. And like he said, for safety. Do you notice how he said for safety? Because a mother can't walk, has to watch her children. And so, there's so much safety now that the only thing is that the safety means that the children don't learn to, I don't know, I mean, what can you say? Probably if your kids are real tiny, they're probably too tiny to play on the play equipment. But it's very, I'm